Now, I'm going to be tying a nymph pattern using a fine copper wire to tie the actual fly and add weight to it. Now, there's famous and well-known nymphs and bugs tied using copper wire, tied with copper wire, and obviously the Frank Sawyer's nymph, pheasant tail, and the killer bug, the ones that's better known. But there's nothing to stop you carrying on from that idea and doing different colours. I mean, these are just different coloured pheasant tail fibre dyed from medium light, dark olive. In this case, this is a dark brown and even claret. All work, as well as you can use the same theme in this case and go the hare's ear or different coloured hare's ear or mask. I like to use the mask. I can either use the fine fibres here as a hare's ear as well as the actual mask itself. Can blend them both. And this one's obviously dyed yellow, and yellow's a great colour. When you tie the nymph, it's actually darker than you think. It's much darker than looking in that. And this is it here, tied just with the pheasant tail fibre for the thorax and the tail, and then the mask and the ears a blend for the body and the thorax. So it's really easy to tie. Now the thread, the wire I'm using instead of a thread is it's a big spool, a bulk spool I bought a long time ago. Now the equivalent to this one, and you can buy it from UTC, is extra small. For tying size 14s and 16s, the extra small is fine. You could go slightly up if you want to go in the bigger sizes, up to 10s or so, but a kind of extra small is ideal for tying a range of sizes. Now, as I say, it's reasonably easy to tie. The hook choice is up to yourself. Now, I'm just going to zoom in a wee bit better so you can see what I'm doing. And this I say, the choice is up to you. This is a competition heavyweight. It's a size 14. It's a fully mill hook. Now you could use, it's a heavy hook. It's adding weight to the nymph as well. But at the same time, if you're hitting stones, it does last that wee tad longer. Obviously, you can debarb it and catch and release. It's quite easy to do that. You can do it in your vise, which I can show you. You'll just do it. Just a matter of pressing it into the jaws. Doesn't take much to flatten the barb, and there we are, and that's it done. Now, as I say, the hook choice is entirely up to yourself. Now, as I say, this is a fine copper wire. Now I'm going to start the wire about 1 mil or so from the eye. Then I'm going to come down like a thorax length, which is basically about halfway, and in this type of hook, and then come back up. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to tie in pheasant tail fibre for the thorax cover as well as the tail at the same time. This is the waist piece, which we're going to use as a rib. Now I'm just using a natural cock pheasant tail. Now don't be shy, you want a good, say 8 fibres, 6 to 8 fibres, it's entirely up to yourself. I don't mind, I like a few fibres in the nymph. It's a wee rough fly and it works extremely well. Now if you bring the fibres 90 degrees from the stem of the feather, the tips will line up naturally, so then you can tear them away. The length of the tail, you're looking round about slightly less than the body length, so that would be over the back. So there's your length. So I lay that on the top, come over the top here with a turn with the wire, keeping the fibres, the pheasant tail fibres on the top. We work our way down, and we're tying in the waist piece at the same time. Now try and keep pheasant tail fibres on the top of the shank. Just take your time and wind down. Now when you're using wire, the bobbin holder I'm using, this is a ceramic bobbin holder. I'll just bring it up so you can see. Nice and smooth on the wire. Most of the UTC wires, or them all as far as I believe, are coated, so they actually wind very easy. Nice and smooth. So there's your tail, there's your rib sitting. You can basically flick this up, give it a more fan-like look, as you'll see in the nymph. There we are. And now, to basically prepare the dubbing, you can tear it away from the head and the ears, There we are, so that's a mix. So then we just blend that within our fingers. It's very easy to do. Just take your time. Okay, and then we dub it onto the wire. And then we slide it up. We can tighten it just as we'd do if we were using thread. And don't worry if you see some of the copper wire showing through. It's part of the colour of the actual nymph itself. All the way up to that point now I'm going to add a wee bit more. So I'm just going to dub it on. Put it on slightly looser, so I want this basically to give me the impression of legs so I can bring it out. Don't be shy with the dubbing, we can always remove it. Now we want to end up with a ton of wire in front of the pheasant tail fibre, and that space, that head length, which is bare at this point, just with that ton out of the way. Now for the wire we bring this up as our rib. Now I want to catch in the pheasant tail fibre, basically just as I wind the wire up. I want to catch it about there and then finish off at the head. So I'm double up on the actual pheasant tail. So we've got 3 turns, there's 1, 2, 3, now we come into the 4th turn, pull this over, catch our pheasant tail fibre in with a turn, just to show you what I'm doing there. Then we can keep going, like we're ribbing the thorax in this case. Get to the eye area, make sure there's no fibres, not many going forward. Don't worry if you do get 1 or 2 over the eye, it doesn't matter. So we do a turn there, then we catch this in with the wire with a turn. There's enough weight in the bobbin to hold that. Now then we bring this back over, so we're doubled up on the thorax cover. It gives it a nice shape, so then we catch this in, including the waist piece, we're catching in at the same time. So there's 3 turns, then trim away the waist. Now we can bend and break away the wire, so we're going to keep the wire tight when we do that. We get a neater cut if we do it, and we'll save your scissors. So we just basically keep bending. Now right at the front here, there's the cut ends of the pheasant tail fibre. Now I like to take the wire onto them and then work up, basically back up the head, and then whip finish. 3 turns is enough, heading back down. Then we pull this, form a whip finish. Now it's important you do this point. Now what I'm doing here is going to use my nail to bed in the wire. So I'm bedding in, just pressing on the wire, the turns, and tightening at the same time. So I'm basically tightening the wire up. So any loose turns of wire there, we can then press, take that out, and then we can tighten. And when we're happy, that's fine, I'm happy with that. Then I usually put my nail up against the wire, and then we bend, using that as a sharp edge, if you want to call it, with your nail. And then if we want to get some more legs out with thorax, we can then use a wee bit of Velcro. This is meant to be very buggy like, give the impression of a nymph. Now I'm just lifting the tail just to show you the spread of the fibres. Any fibre going forward of the eye, we can either leave it, not make any much difference, but we use our tweezers and pull them out just to tidy it up. So there, right, there's got 1 coming forward there, so we can use our nail to push it back. And then when we get our varnish, we can then just varnish the head as we would do any fly, just all the way around. Don't be shy with it. I don't mind filling the eye up here at this point, because I can always clear it out. I'm just going to use a waste piece of wire on my desk. Then we can clear it away. There we go. You will get the odd wee fibre. Like this one here. Don't think the fish will mind. As I say, it's a wee rough fly. It's a nice weighted type. It's got a weight that sits nice mid-water. You can get it down with another 2 or 3 flies, or to cut with another fly at least to draw it down. And as I say, it's just a hare's ear. it's a dyed yellow, tied with the copper wires. I say you can change the wire colour if you wish to suit the fly, which you can. UTC have a full range of colours that work extremely well. So anyway, there you are, simple nymph, simple fly, catches lots of fish, and easily fill your box. You'll not go wrong. So I hope you enjoyed that.